Welcome to Pop's Quiz. Hi, welcome to Pop's Quiz. This time round, Dr Sarah Bearchell has agreed to answer my questions. Sarah is a children's science presenter working with mainly primary school children, though she also specialises in working with children with special needs right up to the age of 19. I first met Sarah at the Big Bang Fair in Birmingham earlier this year, where Sarah was running her own Cloud Factory workshop. It was so much fun, I even went to go see it twice. Sarah will be back there again in 2017, so make sure you go and see her. All the links for Sarah and the Big Bang Fair will be down below in the description. Over to you, Sarah.
So why do I love SciComm? Well, I love SciComm because of people's facial expressions. That might sound like a strange thing to say, but when you show somebody a piece of equipment or a demonstration and you see them turn from looking interested to starting to understand what's happening, and then the look of surprise and pleasure on their faces when they understand exactly what's going on, that's absolutely priceless. And also I love SciComm because I get to share my love of science. My favourite demo is really difficult to choose. I love things that surprise people. So that might be the first time somebody ever sees a cloud made with dry ice. That's always quite a special moment. And you can explain the science whilst they're so intrigued by what they're looking at. I also like just literally pulling something out of my pocket and surprising somebody with a demonstration. But something else that I do is to take something that's really topical and to explain the science behind it. So recently I've done a couple of assemblies to schools about bottle flipping, or that's what the children think it's about, bottle flipping. So if you haven't come across bottle flipping, basically what you're doing is to take a bottle and the aim is to flip it over so that it lands on its base, or on its cap if you're advanced. And there's lots of videos on YouTube of people trying this. So it looks like a simple trick that children try in the playground, but if you take the science from it, you can help them to understand and actually improve what they're doing. So if you want to do a bottle flip, you hold the bottle by the top, like this, or I prefer to hold it like that, but you need a loose wrist to do it. And then what you do is you're going to flip it over. And as you flip it over, the centre of mass changes from at the bottom here, where all our water is. It will change from the bottom of the bottle, and it travels with the water as you start the bottle to move. So then you've got a moving centre of mass, which gives your bottle momentum, and it will spin in the air. Now the trick of doing a bottle flip, a single flip, is to make it so that your bottle slows down just as the bottom comes down towards the ground again. And then it will plop down really satisfactorily onto the floor. So this is a great demo for helping children to understand momentum. It generally involves me putting a child on a skateboard and pushing them across the school hall as well. But who doesn't love a skateboard? I would genuinely like young people to understand how diverse STEM subjects can be. We're not really just talking about sitting in a laboratory or working in a factory or something like that. STEM can be used all over the place. I recently took part in a project at Orleans House Gallery in Twickenham, down near London, working with a group of pupils and older students with special needs. And it was a teamed up project to bring science and art together. And I did my first art lesson since I left school, and I'm not going to tell you how long ago that was. And I did this. This is shibori felting. It's amazing. And the second that I saw it, as a botanist, because that's where my original training was, to me this looks just like a lichen. Quite amazing. And it's all about exploring science in different ways. So where's the coolest place I've ever done SciComm? That has to be the volcano crater on Tenerife. It was absolutely amazing. I used to work for the University of London, and each year we took students to Tenerife and we'd take them all over the island, literally from the seaside all the way up through the cloud forest and right the way up the volcano, so that they could see how different plants looked in the different habitats. And over the space of a week they'd get a really amazing grasp on just how plants adapt to their habitats. It's a bit of a long demo, a week-long one, but it is definitely the coolest one I've done.
Thanks, Sarah. I never thought about how facial expressions tell the story of understanding. That's so cool. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. Join me soon when I'll be back with more amazing science communicators. I'm just off to practice my ball flipping. Bye!